meeting as well. Now, are we all ready for the company motto recital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, company motto.
Any
Yeah,
more
Yeah.
to
cherish the spirit,
Cherish the
create the
spirit,
vision,
영혼을
build the
소중히
vision,
여기며
vision,
생각을
turn
build
the
경영한다.
vision.
the faith,
아자,
믿음의
아자,
굳게 서며
아자.
겸손히 섬긴다.
아자, 아자, 아자.
아자, 아자.
Before we move on, I want to say that whenever we recite this motto, of course we are used to this, right? We do this every day, right? But at the same time, there are also videos provided by the company that is explaining the real meaning of what the company motto is. So I also wish and hope for everyone to also take a second, whenever they have time, to really reflect on what is really meant by the company motto. What did Chairman Park really mean when he said, cherish the spirit? Every person matters, right? And we need the vision in order for us to succeed, right? In 8 steps of success, we need to have a dream and vision, right? And we also need to trust in the system, trust in our own success, which is why we also need to follow the faith. And those of you who also follow Christ, we also know that this is Chairman Park is also a very devoted Christian, and that is also one of his vision and goals for the company. And also, we need to serve in humility because this is a people business, right? This is a customer relations management business, not a customer management. So that is why we also always need to be humble. And as we keep growing and as we keep getting richer and more successful, as we keep going higher in position, the thing is, it is easy to lose ourselves in the process, right? Sometimes people tend to be arrogant and too cocky, but the thing is, we always need to remember to be humble because we are also people who came from nothing. And then when we get to the place of success, it is not just from ourselves that we get there, but rather it is because it is given to us, right? By people, by God, right? By the company. So for many reasons, that is why we need to always remember to be humble. So when we can remember these values every day, I'm sure that the growth in our business and also our own character development and our own self-growth will also follow along so smoothly because everything that we strive for is in here, right? All right, so now I think it has been the time that everyone has been waiting for. We're going to be looking at the 4 criteria for a successful company. So I will now share the screen for that as well. Right, here we go. So this is the 4 criteria for a successful company. This is also the official presentation that is provided by Atomy Company. As I said before, the reason why we want to go towards this is because the company itself is also changing the direction. Rather than going for an hour just talking about all the details of the company introduction, it's also a good idea to talk about the 4 criteria for a successful company. Now, what we mean by this 4 criteria is not just for us to evaluate the company, right? The four criteria is for us to really know in order for us to choose a company to do business with, then what are the things that we actually need to watch out for? The thing is, Atomy is not the only company that we can do a business with, right? Atomy is not the only existing network marketing company. There are also companies like Amway and Herbalife that are huge globally, and they're also high up in the global ranking, right? But why do we need to choose Atomy? So then we have to be able to evaluate this in a very thorough way, which is why Chairman Park Han-gil came up with these 4 criteria. So these are the 4 criteria for choosing a successful company that you can actually succeed with. So first, you need to take a look at the CEO, right? And also there's also need to do for a thorough research for us to know what kind of company we're working with. Another reason for that is because um, there is a reason why MLM businesses and MLM companies have a bad reputation around the world, right? I think in Indonesia, there's also not the most positive image. It's the same in Korea, same in Cambodia. Wherever I have traveled to, I found that when it comes to just the general image and reputation of network marketing business has not always been well received. But there are some reasons for that. And then one of them being MLM companies not surviving for a long time. A lot of these companies are very difficult to survive, and it is hard to find a company that is sustainable, right? The average age for an MLM company in Korea is the average lifespan is around 2 years. So usually the company will start, everyone will rush to this network company and then they will start business. Maybe at first they can earn money, but then after 2 years, suddenly the company goes bankrupt, right? Then what's going to happen to us business members, right? Suddenly, everything that we invested in that business, our time, effort, maybe even money, right? All of that will be lost, right? I also met a person here in Surabaya who did a different network marketing business. And he also started when the company was new in Indonesia. So most of Indonesian members, 90% were in his downline. So he was growing very fast, right? But after a while, suddenly the company changed its policies about the marketing plan. And suddenly the way he was rewarded for his work was much lower than before. So suddenly, for the same work that he's doing, because of the company's changing the rule, he lost a lot of money. And then also met another person who started a network marketing business in Surabaya, and it was a Chinese company. He became very successful. He got to the high position, but then the Chinese headquarters decided to close the branch in Indonesia. So for all the Indonesian members, then, they suddenly lose the source of getting the earning an income, right? So that is why we have to be very careful and we need to do a thorough research for choosing the right company and knowing whether this company is right for us. So the four criteria is first the CEO, then product, then marketing plan, and system. So why these four things are important is because the CEO, first of all, is the person who sets the direction for the company, right? And now, usually, for companies to survive for a long time in the world that we live in, the thing is now the company should not only be financially stable, but at the same time has to be sustainable, socially aware, and contributing, and environmentally conscious as well, and have good management and governance system, right? This is what we call the ESG, right? Environmental social governance. So the thing is that we have these kind of criteria for the company. And then who is the person who actually sets the direction for the company? Who's the person who actually makes sure that the company adheres to all of these regulations and also follows all of these rules and also has all the values that the company strives for? It is usually the CEO who sets that direction, right? That is why we also need to know what kind of person is running this company and what kind of direction did this company does the CEO set for the company. And then when you see that direction and the vision for the company, you can also tell how far this company can actually go and what kind of future that the company is headed towards, right? The next criterion is product. Right? If the company is really good, the CEO is really great, and the marketing plan is good, and the system is good, but if the products are not good, this is a network marketing business, right? So if the products are not good, then nothing can come out of this business. Maybe the company can grow somehow, but then as business members, it's going to be very difficult for us to survive in this business with terrible products. That is why we also need to really make sure that the products are good. If the products are bad and they don't sell, how are we going to get the points? How are we going to earn an income, right? Now, the next question is about the marketing plan. So, for the marketing plan, here are the three questions we need to ask. Now, will this marketing plan actually allow me to succeed? Right? So, the marketing plan is the way that the company designs its system to reward the members for the compensation, right? The commission payment and how the system for how members can actually earn an income. So if that is that actually designed in a way that also allows me to succeed, right? Or do you have to be super smart and super able and skilled and talented and have a lot of money and know a lot of people in order to succeed? In that kind of competitive system, then we also cannot be sure that we can succeed in that system, right? So that is the first thing we need to check. The second thing, is this actually designed to be fair? Is this an ethical marketing plan system, or is it something that exploit on other people, right? And lastly, is this sustainable, right? Will this allow me to succeed, but also other people who join with me? Is this something that can be duplicated? Right? And then in talking about duplication, now this is also one of the most important things, which is the system. The system as in the success or education system within the company, whether that is designed in a way for ordinary people to succeed as well, right? Does it only allow people who are already good speakers and super confident to succeed? Or can this system allow someone like me to succeed as well? And also other people who that I know who are not special super talented are ordinary people but have the drive to succeed in this business? Can we all actually succeed in the system? And because network marketing business is a duplication business, the system, education system, is what is going to allow for us to duplicate in this business. So that is why we have to be sure about all of these four criteria. So let's take a look at the first criterion, which is the CEO, right? Now, Chairman Park Han-gil is a CEO who leads this network marketing industry. He's also part of the CEO Council, and he's also the president of the association in Korea of direct selling industry. And this is what he says. This is a quote from him. He says that honesty is the best strategy, right? It is so he is a very ethical person who says that, when it comes to doing business, there's no use in trying to lie or cheat or scam or, oversell or whatever, right? The best thing is to be honest. And that is also reflected in all of his business practices. That is why whenever he presents and he's on the stage talking about Atomy and about his vision and about the company, he's always honest about it. He doesn't oversell it. And also, by practicing this himself, he also duplicates this culture of honesty in all of the business members as well. That is why when it comes to Atomy, people can also trust that there's not going to be anything sketchy in this company or business, right? So let's also take a look at the direction that the CEO has set for us. Now, for the company, the CEO, he said that this was already years ago in the World Federation of Direct Selling Association World Summit. I think this was the one that was held in Brazil, and he stood in front of all of these network marketing company CEOs, like the CEOs of Amway and Herbalife. They're the world top ranking companies in the world, right? But he stood in front of them while presenting about Atomy, and he said that I am not here to compete against you. I am here to compete against other distribution companies. And what we mean by distribution companies are the shopping platforms like Alibaba and Amazon and so on. He said that I am here to compete against those companies. The vision for this company, Atomy, is to become a global distribution hub. It is not only to stay as a direct selling or a network marketing company, but it is to grow into a global distribution hub and shopping platform. So from the beginning, he had a very high goal and also a clear vision for this company to go towards. And that is also why he was recognized for excellent management. He was now Atomy was the first in the industry to be certified for customer-centered management 3 times in a row. Now, this customer-centered management certification is really difficult to receive, and the fact that it received this for 3 times in a row is really completely unheard of. Now, the certification is only given to um, big and trustworthy companies that really make sure that the quality of the products are good, and they also make sure that the management is adheres to the needs of the customers, right? It was also the first to be awarded for Consumer Rights Award, and it also received the commendation by Fair Trade Association. Now, from the beginning, Chairman Park Han-gil also declared that this is going to be a global distribution hub, right? And then he also really put it into practice. Now, Atomy is a global company that is continuously expanding. It has accumulated 2.4 trillion Korean won in global total sales. And also, has 26 global branches open and is also open in 144 regions that is open for global membership registration. Atomy companies also recognized for excellent management in where Chairman Park Han-gil also received the award for being the most respected CEO in Korea. And of course, this was achieved through his honest management practices, right? Like his famous quote, honesty is the best strategy. He really put it into practice and has gained a lot of respect from a lot of people in Korea. He was voted the most respected CEO of Korea for 4 consecutive years in Great Place to Work by Great Place to Work Association from 2021 to 2024. Now, moving on, let's take a look at the products, right? So we can see that the CEO really has a great vision, right? The CEO is not only recognized as does not only have a good direction for the company, but also the CEO himself is a very respectable person, right? His vision for the company was not only to make profit, but his vision for the company was to spread the gospel, first of all, to follow his faith, and also for collective growth. He in his business practice of the company, he really ensures that it is not only the company that is growing, but also all the partners, all the other manufacturers that are partnered with the company, right? We have the manufacturers for the ramen, for the seaweed and cosmetics, right? I think it was the ramen manufacturer that caught on fire in the factory. And the first thing that the chairman did when he heard the news was he visited the factory. He prayed over the factory, right? And then the first question that he asked was, what can I do to help? Right? So this is the kind of attitude that the chairman has. He makes sure that no one is left behind. He always makes sure that everyone is really growing together. And also, if you think about this, Chairman Park Han-gil is also the one, he has the title of a dreamer, right? And he's also the one who really preaches for living the balanced life. He always teaches us that we shouldn't only aim to be rich, but we need to aim to live a balanced life, right? To live well materially, but also to live the life of contribution and also keep learning in our life and really share our love for people, right? And the fact that he's teaching this and really encouraging all the business members to follow this lifestyle and this life goal is already really reflects that he is a very respectable CEO who is not only just earning money, but he's really sharing all of these good values all around the world, right? And this is why also that we say that this company is driven for customer success, right? Not only success for the company, not only success for manufacturers, but for customer success, which is why it has also received that customer-centered management award. So let's move on to the products. Now, of course, we have absolute products loved by consumers, right? We have more than 600 items available in Korea. In most global branches, we have more than 100 products available already, right? And the thing is, the most important part here is what kind of products are we actually dealing with? The products that we're dealing with are we have health products, health supplements, beauty products like cosmetics, skincare, makeup, right? And also products for living, right? Hair and body products like shampoo and toothpaste, and also socks and shoes, right? Which is fashion. Electronics like the air purifier and hair dryer. All of these products are not some specific special products. All of these products are the ones that we need to use in our everyday life, right? The fact that we have daily products as our main items of the company is really important because that means that these products are demanded by everybody. We have high demand for these products, right? These are products that anyone can use and actually anyone needs in their daily life. And not only that, you will find out that we adhere to the absolute quality, absolute price principle, which means that these are the absolute values that are aimed by Atomy Company, which means that if you compare all the products that have the same quality, then Atomy products are going to have the lowest price. And if you compare all the different brands that have the same price, then Atomy products are going to have the best quality, right? This is what is meant by absolute quality, absolute price. So when it comes to the quality and price, then there is no other brand that can compete against Atomy, right? You are going to get the best deal for your dollars by choosing Atomy products. And of course, we say that it is always said in the marketplace that if the products are good quality and cheap, then there's always going to be demand. There's always going to be consumers, right? Because who doesn't like products that are really good and cheap? Right. So that is why we really make sure that we adhere to this principle. And our product philosophy is also called masstige, which is the combination of the words mass and prestige product. So from the beginning, the goal for the chairman was to make all of these prestige, right, luxury quality products, but available for the mass public, right? Usually the luxury products are only reserved for rich people, right? If you want to use La Mer, which costs like thousands of dollars for just one small bottle of serum, how many people are going to actually be able to afford it, right? It's only going to be people who can afford it that can use good quality skincare products. It's the same with other fashion or daily use products as well. But by making but providing these luxury quality products at prices that are comparable to supermarket prices, this um really improves the basic living standards of ordinary people, right? Of the mass public, our living standards can improve just by using Atomy products. So that is really the beauty of the absolute quality, absolute price products. And also, because we have this absolute quality principle, that is why we also have high rate of customer satisfaction. We have a very proof of this, which is from the return rate, right? We have had a nearly 0% return rate for 15 years, whereas in 2024, well, our return rate was 0.21%, right? This is the absolute lowest among the top 10 companies in Korea. And what is even more incredible is that we have this low, nearly 0% return rate. But you know what kind of return policy we have? Within first 3 months of purchase, even if you open the product and you actually used it, if it's, let's say it's a shampoo bottle, and then you used half the bottle, but suddenly you had a problem, right? Like maybe the shower cap, the bottle cap fell off. If you contact the company, they're going to give you either a full refund or they're going to give you a new product. That is how the company gives you deals with the customer service, right? And so even when we have the kind of full refund policy, the people do not choose to return the product and get a refund. And the reason is, of course, because the products are really good, right? And also they're really cheap. So then why would they want to return the product? So what kind of products do we actually have in Atomy? Then of course we cannot skip this or skip over Atomy Hemohim, right? Atomy Hemohim is really the best-selling product in Atomy, and also it is the product that made Atomy Company what it is today, right? It is the first top ranking best-selling product in the industry for 10 years in a row. It is also it is top ranking product in export revenue from domestic health supplements by 2022. It also has accumulated over 2 trillion Korean won in global cumulative sales. It is also the top number one health supplement recognized for immune boosting. And also, it has 22 international patents in countries like USA, Germany, UK, France, Italy, and so on. And so, what kind of product is Hemohim? This Hemohim product is it was developed by Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute, and this was developed over 8 years of research. Originally, this was actually developed for the researchers within the that were working within the research institute because they are always exposed to radioactive radiation, right? And of course, that really brings down your immune system. So a lot of the researchers got sick very easily, and even their life expectancy was shortened because of working in the Atomic Energy Research Institute. So the government funded these researchers in order to develop a supplement that would help boost their immune system so that they can keep working in this institute, right? And so they spent $50 million or more of government funding over 8 years of research and then developed a supplement that really boosts your immune system. Also, recently, just 1 year ago, it has been certified for its effects against fatigue as well. So it also gives you not only boosts your immune system, but has a direct effect on your energy level as well. So after this was developed, and it was only available for the researchers at first, but then because it was so good, and it was developed with government funding, right? The citizens' tax money. That is why it passed the government approval to be sold for public. After it was, but then at first it was actually sold by a small medium enterprise and it was being sold in a department store in Korea. So at the time, it was very expensive. So one box of 30 sachets was around $700 at the time. But after that, Atomy Company, Chairman Park Han-gil approached the developer of the product and then gained the right of selling and then after Atomy Company got the authorization for selling the product, then it made a deal with the manufacturer. And then Chairman Park said, give this product to me at 1/10 of the price, and I will make sure that I can sell way more and then really go over the current selling revenue. So because of that, he said that he promised to sell so much more that even if you sell it at 1/10 of the price, you will still make profit instead of lose money, right? So because of that, from $700 for 30 sachets, now we have this available for around $70 to $90 for 60 sachets, right? So that is how this product came to be. And when you look in the medical publications, the medical journals, scientific journals, there's also so many research articles that already say and concluded that it has effects against airway inflammation. It also has benefits for cancer patients when accompanied with chemotherapy. It also reduces the side effects experienced by chemotherapy when you take hemohim, right? It also boosts your immune system, makes you generally more healthier, also has effects against fatigue, really brings up your energy level. So there are so many different research articles that you can see online if you just Google hemohim medical journal or medical publication. And then you will see a lot of results, significant results that hemohim has on our health. Now, our second Absolute product is Absolute Selective Skincare. Now, this is also an incredible product because it is the top in beauty industry for 5 years in a row and also has global cumulative sales of over 1 trillion Korean won. Now, that is not the only exciting thing about this product, but it has received the quadruple crown. It has received four different awards that possibly a cosmetic product could not possibly receive, but it managed to receive all of these four. So, what these awards are, the first one is King Sejong Patent Award, right? And then the second is IR52 Jangyeongshil Award, and then NEP New Excellent Product Certification and also Korea World Class Certification. So among these four, the best one is the King Sejong Award that I must explain. So King Sejong Patent Award is given to the best technology patent that is registered by the government within that year. And in Korea, Korea is a leading technology country, right? It has Samsung, right? It has Hyundai cars, right? It has so many different technologies that are developed in a year, usually around 16,000 by average in 1 year. So among these 16,000 technology patents that are registered, the best technology patent receives this King Sejong Award. And in 2021, this cosmetic product competed against other smartphone, automobile, spacecraft, all of these different technologies, and won the technology award for that year. So what is the technology that got to winning this award? This is the same technology that is used in medical technology for the anti-tumor agents, right? For cancer patients, they take this anti-tumor agent, which is used in the medicine. When they take this medicine, then this technology is the one that identifies the cancer cells and then start targeting the cancer cells and not the other healthy cells, right? Otherwise, if the medicine is attacking all the cells, then it's going to bring down your immune system and your overall health, right? So the important thing for cancer patients is to identify and target only the cancer cells. And so that technology was also used in absolute selective skincare. And when it is used in the skincare, then, in our skin, we have all different kinds of needs, right? Oh, some of us we have areas where there are wrinkles. We have areas that are dry. We have areas that are very oily and has a high sebum production. We also have areas where there are dark spots, right? And we also have areas that have acne. So for all of these different skin problems, the thing is, this technology is used so that it will identify each area with different problems and send the correct ingredients that are for dealing with that problem. Because we have different ingredients for different kinds of problems, right? For dry skin, we have hyaluronic acid. And then for acne or sensitive skin, we have Centella asiatica, right? So for these different ingredients, this technology will identify which area needs which ingredient and then send the correct ingredient to be absorbed there so that the absorption of the skincare product will be much more efficient and much more effective. That is also why when you see a lot of the leaders in Atomy Company, a lot of them, I think by average, maybe a lot of people are maybe 50 years plus of age, right? Especially from Korea. But when you take a look at all of those leaders in a leaders club and a royal leaders club, all of their skin is so good, right? And they look 20 years younger than their actual age. The reason is because they use the absolute selective skincare every single day. So if you have not tried it, this is really a must try product, especially if you're doing Atomy business, not only a consumer, then this is a must use product that you need to use also after learning about the product as well. So these are the kind of absolute quality, absolute price products that we have. When you try the products, you really know, right? And then also the price for these products are really low compared to the quality. If you try to find the same quality kind of products, for absolute skincare, this is even better than La Mer. But how much are absolute skincare compared to La Mer, right? That is why there's always going to be consumers that not only just buy the products once, but once they buy it, they will 100% repurchase the products. You will get repeat orders for all of the Atomy products because they have such good price, but also really, really incredible quality. So these are the kind of products that you want to do business with, right? Not the kind of products that are expensive, but the quality is not so good. And then maybe people will buy the product once, but then they will never buy again, right? Because of the fact that Atomy products lead to voluntary repurchase, because they keep buying and buying over and over again, that is what can actually lead to passive income in this business. If they only buy it once, then we're gonna have to keep finding new people to sell the products to, right? But in Atomy, this leads to voluntary repurchase. That is why once we construct the members in our downline, and when we have the consumers, and we also follow up with them sufficiently so that they become auto consumers, then that will always lead to voluntary repurchase without us having to uh, keep making sales. That is also why in Atomy we say that this is not a sales business. This is an education business, right? Now moving on. So now we've checked that the products are good. We also have an amazing CEO, but we also have to know about the marketing plan, right? A lot of the reasons why people have negative perception towards network marketing businesses is because there are conditions for joining that is very harmful to them, right? In some companies, in order to start the business or in order to even be a member, you have to pay registration fee. You have to pay $500, $1,000 in order to become a member. And then they also say that you have to buy a load of products, right? The starter package, they call this package buy, right? In order to be a member, you also have to buy a lot of products, usually more than you need, right? And then after you buy them and then you cannot use all of them, and then if you're not able to sell them, then they're just gonna sit in your backyard, right? And then also, in order to continue to be a member, there's subscription fee or maintenance fee, they say, right? If you have this maintenance fee, then you, in order to stay as a member and in order to keep doing this business, you have to keep paying fees in order to keep your membership. So then if your income is not growing fast in this business, then actually the cost that you have to pay for this business is going to be much greater and you're going to keep losing money. Right. And this is why people get scared about network marketing business because they have this kind of preconception. So that is why it is really important for us to make sure that the marketing plan is also designed in a way that is easy for us to understand, first of all, and also designed in a way that is actually fair, right? That is actually not, that doesn't actually harm other people, that doesn't actually have these kind of different conditions. That is what we have to make sure when we look into the marketing plan. And when we take a look at Atomy's marketing plan, it is said that it is not only simple and easy, but it is a righteous reward system, right? If we have a fair marketing plan, then the marketing plan would only reward those people who are super talented. The more talented you are, the more work that you can do, the better you are at this business, then the more you should be paid, right? Only then that system would be fair, right? But in our system, we call this righteous because even if you are not talented, even if you are not a good speaker, even if you don't have a lot of money and you don't know a lot of people, you can still succeed. So that is why we call this righteous because we have in this marketing plan, it really has that value of no one being left behind. And that is why we say that this marketing plan allows for collective success. Everyone succeeds together. So, this is a marketing plan that is righteous so that it is also advantageous for beginners. So when we start this business, then because of the simplicity, there's no registration fee, there's no maintenance fee, no referral commission. That is why it's very easy to join. And also, you don't need to invest anything to start this business. That is why it's really good and also easy to share to other people, right? If this had the registration fee and package buy, maybe if even if you can afford it, and then you become a member. When you try to other people, there's no guarantee that other people can afford that, right? Let alone being positive about it, right? And also, because it has a balanced distribution system through the compensation ceiling, that is why everyone has an equal opportunity to get to the top together, right? Compensation ceiling means that if after you get to a certain point, you are not paid more, paid anymore, right? So in Atomy, we have the highest level, Imperial Master, and also 50 million daily points, right? After that, you cannot get more money, right? So that is why the maximum income that you can earn from Atomy is around 100,000 US dollars per month. So after that, you cannot get more. So that is why even if someone starts this business 10 years ago, and then you start today, maybe the person who started 10 years ago will get to that point first, right? But after that, you will also get there at 100,000 US dollars as long as you don't give up, right? And then both the person, your friend who started 10 years ago and yourself, you will both meet at the same point, which is the compensation ceiling. So everyone will meet at the top together. So this is really the company where it is possible to meet at the top together. And also another important thing to note here is that 50% of the commission right, is solely distributed to the first mastership level. Out of the 20% of the company revenue that is distributed to commission for mastership, among that, 10%, half of it is actually given to only the sales masters, which is the first level of mastership. So that is why it is really advantageous for the beginner level. And also, when we help the beginner level do this business, then also they will be able to grow fast and then survive for a long time, right? So it is really good for everyone who is starting this business. Now, the collective success is achieved together, not only and not by individual abilities, right? So this is not dependent on how good you are at doing the system, but because it's a binary system with unlimited level, that is why the thing is you can keep going down in your downline level. If you don't find the perfect business partners in your first 10 levels, that is okay because there's no limit in Atomy, right? You can keep going and keep looking for other business partners. And then at some point, you're going to meet someone who knows people in China, who knows people in the United States, and then you're going to get connected with other countries, right? And all of the members that are registered from those countries are also recognized as your downline. We don't put a limit to that. And that is also one of the reasons why even if you are not talented, if you even if you don't know many people, that is okay because you will find somebody. All you need to do is just find that one person that knows people abroad. Find that one person who is more talented than you. That one person who knows more people than you do. And then everything that is theirs will also be recognized as your downline as well. Now, moving on. So now we see that the marketing plan is not only fair, but it is righteous and it also allows ordinary people to succeed, right? So then what is the last thing that we need to check? It is the success system. And the thing is, in Atomy, the success system is run by Atomy company itself. If you take a look at other companies, like for example, Amway, in Amway, for all the success system, as in the educational seminars and business meetings and so on, all of those things are provided by the top leaders in Amway, right? It is not the company, it is the leaders who have to organize and host those. That is why I don't know how the prices are for the tickets these days, but I have heard that from a member from a long time ago in Amway, it costs $50 for a ticket to attend the seminar. How much does it cost to go to Atomy seminar here, right? In Indonesia, at least, I know that for a 1 day seminar, it is free entry. And not only that, they actually give you free products, right? They give you one sachet of Hemohim for free. They even give you free snacks. And also you get a free lucky draw prize, right? And then the top product is like a whole box of Hemohim, right? So in here, it is not only free to actually attend the seminar, they even give you free stuff. And then, of course, the system itself is run by the company, which means that it's going to all the important direction of the company,
영어
the
버전.
educational materials,
영어
everything
버전.
that is important for us to know is going to come directly from the chairman himself, right? And it's also going to be the same no matter where you are in the world. If you were in a company where this was run by leaders in the company, right? Then depending on which line you are in, the quality of the seminars is also going to be different, right? Maybe the content of the seminar will be different. But here, because it's actually run by the company, you can also trust that no matter where you are, what they teach you is going to be the same. Now, so in Atomy Success System, we have a wide variety of materials and seminars. For example, we have the Success Academy, which is focused on providing that vision, right? For you to see the proof that the marketing plan actually works and you're going to see all those people who get promoted. That's the proof that you can actually see that this business works and people actually become successful here, right? And then by that, you're also going to be able to catch the vision of the company, grow your own dream, and get that energy and passion for this business. So we have Success Academy that serves that function. We also have one day seminar that also teaches you the basics of the business, right? This is where you can learn about the marketing plan. You can also hear about the product testimonies. They also give you product presentation, right? All the basic information and knowledge that you need to you need to know in order for you to do this business, you can also get from the one day seminar. Now, after that, we also have Good Morning Atomy. In Korea, this is provided every Monday morning. I think in Indonesia and other global branches, they have it maybe once a month. Here is where they also give news updates, right? When there are new products launching, when there are changes in some company policy, when there are some changes in regulations, right? This is where you can find out about all those updated information. And this is also an opportunity for centers to have their own meetings. And lastly, we even have Atomy Business College. This is the online education system that you can find in Channel Atomy, and they have college degree level educational materials, not only about atomy business, but about management and about business management and entrepreneurship in general, so that you can not only grow as an atomy business member, but as a general entrepreneur as a whole. So this is all the system that is provided by Atomy itself, which is why even if you are not the best teacher, even if you are not the most experienced in network marketing business, you can still learn and grow in the system. And not only that, all the business partners that you find, all the people who decide to join with you, all of them will also be able to learn and grow in this system. You don't have to be the one to teach them yourself. The company will teach them for you. So actually, the company is doing your job for you. And not only that, this is what allows for duplication in this business. You know, they say that the key to network marketing business is duplication, right? If you are the only one that is super smart and doing all the work in this business, then this is not gonna be passive income, right? That's gonna be labor income because only you can keep working in this business, and you're gonna have to keep working in this business. But when you find other business partners in your downline that are doing the same things as you, that are duplicating you, that is when the system becomes duplicated and this becomes a perfect source of passive income, right? And that is the whole point of us doing a network marketing business, right? So what is the thing that actually makes this duplication possible? It is the success system because people can learn in the system by themselves. That is why even if you are not the one teaching them directly, your business partners will learn from the system. And when those business partners find other business partners, they can also learn from the system itself. And because everyone is learning directly from the original source, there is not going to be any Chinese whispers going on, right? The business practice is not going to change because everyone is learning directly from the original source. So we even have the business capacity growth system, which is in Korea we have the seminar called consumption class or 소소한 클래스. So here this is the product focused seminar where you can gain all the product knowledge from directly from the product developers. We also have this seminar called I Am Atomy Curator, which also helps you grow as a product experts. So they not only teach you about the products, but they also really help you grow so that you can also be able to explain about the products to other people. In terms of business, we also have the weekly business seminar in Korea that is really about focused on growing leadership capacity. So because we have all of these tools, that is why in Atomy, people can really grow and also duplicate themselves and really build this perfect source of passive income and really become that successful leader, right? So in Atomy, we also have the Leaders Club, right? The success clubs. For example, in we have the first one, which is Auto Sales Master Club. If you maintain Sales Master 12 times in 1 year, which means that you are automatically maintaining Sales Mastership, right? And then we have Leaders Club for people earning over 100,000 US dollars, Royal Leaders Club for people earning over 200,000 per year, and Crown Leaders Club for 400,000. And the thing is, the reason why we have these Leaders Club is because we want to show the proof that there are people who are really earning money here. And if you take a look at the standard for 2024, this is the number of people who are in each club. So in Auto Sales Master Club, we have in total 14,000 people in that club. 6,900 in Korea, and we have even more abroad. We have 7,000 people abroad. And in Leaders Club, earning over $100,000, we have 798 people in total, and then 298 people in earning more than 200,000 US dollars, and 97 people earning over 400,000 US dollars per month, per year, right? So this is really incredible. In what kind of company would there be what 100 people earning more than 400,000 US dollars per year, right? It's an insane level of income. So that is why in Atomy it is not only because of all of these four criteria, that is why we can really see that Atomy is the company. Atomy is the company that we must choose in order for us to succeed in a network marketing business. I also want to end with this, right? So this is the vision that the Chairman Park has set for this year, right? This means so this is the yearly vision that he sets out for the company. In Korean, this is 만상 부려 언상. In English, this is words over matter. And then this is also based on the Bible verse, James chapter 3, verse 4, which says, or take ships as an example. Although they are so large and are driven by strong winds, they are steered by a very small rudder wherever the pilot wants to go. So this is where in the Bible they compare our tongue as the rudder, right? Our tongue is as important as a small rudder, which is such a small part in the ship, but that is the one that determines where the direction of the ship, right? It is the same with the words that we actually say out loud. So after we have really done the research for Atomy Company, and we really know that Atomy Company is the one that we're going to succeed with, then we also need to start shouting that out loud, right? When we say the words out loud, the words have power. So we need to start sharing to other people that in Atomy, we're going to succeed, right? We're going to become successful in Atomy, and we're going to become Imperial Master by which year in Atomy. And also, not only that, we're going to succeed not only ourselves, but we're going to succeed together with many people. And when we start declaring that all around, we are going to attract all those people who are looking for the same opportunity. They're going to come to us. They're going to learn about all of these four criteria themselves as well. And then by joining the success system, they will join with us in our pathway towards success. So that is all I have for the four criteria for a successful company presentation. I hope that you found this useful. It was also my first time presenting on this content. So I hope that yeah, this was useful for everyone and helpful for their gaining their knowledge. So I also hope that this helps you reconfirm your decision to join Atomy Company. You know, when you are clear about these four criteria, then you can also be sure about your own choice for joining this company, right? But when you also guide other people to join in this business, you can also use these four criteria to explain it to them that this is why they need to choose Atomy and not other companies. And this is why we need to choose Atomy Business and not other businesses. So, on that note, I will finish for today. If there is any person who has any question or would like to share a story or speech about their business and about why they decided to join an Atomy, this is the place and time to do so. And I would like to encourage everyone to share a little bit before we finish for tonight. If there's anyone who would like to share, you can raise your hand and unmute your mic, and then you can go ahead and start sharing.
Hello, Manju. May I ask a question?
Yes, you can go ahead. Thank you, Miss Arum.
Oh, 안녕하세요. Hello, good
Hello.
evening, everybody. I'm Arum from Indonesia. I think I just want to know about your opinion, ya, Manju Kim. How can we stay consistent, yeah, and how can we remain positive when sometimes we facing rejection, right, from potential member? So I would like to know your opinion, maybe your experience about it, if you don't mind. Thank you so much, Kamsamida.
Okay, thank you so much for your question, Miss Arum. So what I can tell you is, of course, yeah, we're going to face a lot of rejections. Our energy also goes down sometimes. Though what is really important is for us to be consistent, right? They say consistency is key, not only in Atomy business, but in life in general, right? And how we can ensure that is also, it was in my presentation today, is the success system. So when we keep attending the system, when we keep going to the seminar, that is where we really refuel our passion and energy, right? When we go to Success Academy, that is where we really keep reminding ourselves. When we see other people getting promoted, the new Diamond Masters, Sharon Rose, new Imperial Masters, when we see them, the thing is, that is not just a good story for them. That is also our future. You have to believe that that is also going to happen to you. And so that is where you can also get that energy. And also, Success Academy is where all the people who are looking to succeed, if you are not interested in Atomy, if you're not interested in becoming successful, there's no reason for you to go to Success Academy, right? So all the people who are there, they are people who are trying to earn money. So all of the people who are trying to earn money are there, and then all of their energy is focused on success. So what do you think will happen to you when you are, even if you don't have that energy, right? If you get put in, when you add a drop of water in a pot of boiling water, what happens to that water? It also starts to boil, right? The same thing happens in Success Academy. Even if we feel down and our energy is down, when we keep going to the Success Academy, that is where we can catch that fire again. So that is what I can share with you. I hope that helps and answers your question. Yeah, thank you so much. I also want to translate this question in case maybe our sponsors who are here would like to answer the question as well. And I know that Royal Master Mundugyan is here today, and I'm also very happy and honored that she's here tonight. So I will also translate the question for her, and I think she'll also have a good answer for us. 그래서 지금 아름 사장님의 질문을 통역 드리겠습니다. 그래서 아름 사장님이 그 거절을 받거나 아니면 에너지가 떨어질 때 애터미에서도 중요한 게 항상 꾸준히 해나가는 것인데 우리의 에너지를 어떻게 지키고 계속 나갈 수 있는지 그렇게 질문을 하셨습니다. 혹시 스폰서님들께서 답을 해주실 그 사항이 있다면 네, 부탁드리겠습니다. 문득현 총장님, 혹시 한 말씀 가능하실까요? 네, 총장님. Okay, I think there might be some technological difficulty for Miss Moon, Royal Master Moon. So I think but I also believe that, whenever I'm also not super experienced in this business. I have not been in this business for long, but of course, I also have my partners, right? And then they also ask questions. So whenever I answer, it's because, oh, Miss Moon is here. Okay. We'll hear from her.
네, 이해됐어요.
네.
네, 무슨 질문을 했죠? 다시 한 번만 더
그
말씀해 주세요.
질문이 이제 애터미에서 꾸준히 하는
음,
게 제일 중요한데, 거절을 받고 또 이제 에너지가 떨어지고 이렇게 힘이 빠질 때, 어떻게 하냐고,
음,
질문하셨습니다.
네. 지금 하신 지 얼마나 됐어요?
Miss Arum,
하신 지 얼마나
how
됐어요?
long have you been in this business?
I've been like almost 4 years, but when pandemic I off
Mm.
and then now I come back again. I'm
어,
starting again.
예.
But I'm using Atomy
음,
from 2020 until now. Yes.
2020년부터 계속 소비는 하셨고, 이제 사업에 관심이
음,
있으셨다가 코로나 때문에 안 하셔다가 이제 다시 하시려고 합니다. 네.
네. 어, 애토미 확신을 정확하게 가지고 있으면 내가 애토미에 성공할 수 있겠다는 그 확신이 굉장히 중요하다고 저는 생각하거든요. 근데 이 일을 확신이 서지 않으면 계속해서 흔들려요, 제가. 사람들의 말에. 그래서 지금 누군가를 만나러 가고, 그리고 내가 애토미 제품을 전달하고 뭔가 이런 걸 할 때 사람들에서 받는 어떤 그런 것들이 내가 정확하게 확신을 가지고 내가 원하는 방향으로 가게 되면 그런 사람들이 하는 말에 휘둘리지가 않게 될 거예요.
So
들렸어요?
네, 네. Okay, I will translate now. So the thing is, the most important thing in Atomy business is to have faith and confidence in Atomy. Because if we are not sure ourselves about the business, then whenever we, deal with rejections and hear negative comments, then we're always going to be affected by that, right? So, but when we are sure about this business, then we can keep leading the meetings in the direction that we want, right? But if we are not, then we're gonna be affected by other people's opinions.
다른 사람들의 말에 내 꿈을 내려놓으면은 안 되잖아요. 그렇죠? 그래서 내가 이 일을 애토미를 확신을 가지고 이 일을 하셨으면 좋겠어요.
Because it would be such a shame if we had to give up on our dream because of what other people say, right? So she hopes that you will be able to also learn about this to be really sure. And then have that confidence and faith about this business, and then you will not be affected by other people as well.
Thank you so much. 감사합니다. Thank you.
네, 감사합니다, 총장님. All right, so thank you so much for Royal Master Mundugyan for her answer, and that is really true. When we have to be sure about this, or otherwise, we're not gonna be. If we are the ones hesitating, then how are we going to get other people to join? Right? We have to be the first one to be super confident about this business. Otherwise, other people will also not listen. So that's very true. And yeah, so let's always find ways to remind ourselves and really develop that confidence in this business. And when we are confident, then nothing can bring us down, right? Okay, so I think on that note, I think for tonight, we can end it here. And then next week, I will come back with the 4 criteria for successful company. How was this presentation for everyone? Was it okay? Was it interesting? Helpful? Good? Okay. I hope
Yeah,
Very
so.
good.
yeah,
Okay.
it's interesting.
Thank you so much. All right, so then I will come back with the same presentation, hopefully an improved version, and I will see you all next week. Let's finish with the company model recital and end it for tonight. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yes.
Company motto. Yep.
Here is
Yeah.
the
네,
영혼을
Cherish
spirit.
the
소중히
spirit,
여기며
create the
삶을
vision,
Follow
살아가는
the
follow the
follow the
faith,
여러분의
serve in
존경하며
humility.
충성이
아자,
필요합니다.
아자,
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 아자.
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 Thank you so
파이팅.
much, sponsor,
Thank you so much,
especially I
everyone.
compliment you
네,
Thank
with
you.
the invitation.
수고하셨습니다.
감사합니다,
Bye.
팀장님. 총장님, 반갑습니다.
네, 반가워요. 아,
Cảm
chụp
Dạ,
lia em chụp lia manchu thank you so much
bye.
Generally, bong sniper.
ចាជំរាបលាអូយអរគុណថាខ្លាំងខ្លាំងធំធំ
어,
good night
good night,
오케이,
everyone.
바이바이.
네, 감사합니다. 이제
감사합니다.
마치겠습니다.
네
네.
고맙습니다.